Well, nothing like starting a stream out with a black screen, huh? Told you, live and unrehearsed. So let's see if we can rectify that a little bit. Let me slide this over here, and I'll explain that in a minute. Let me bring OBS up over here, and let's see if I can get just a camera on me for right now, so that we don't have a black screen. Well, that works horribly wrong. Try that again. Yeah, like that's gonna work. Okay, of course it's not gonna work because it's live, unscripted, and unrehearsed. Try it again. I'm just gonna cheat. There we go. And I'm just gonna move me down here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and change some things around while this is running. You know, I don't need to do that. I can do that from here. I can monitor it from here. So first thing I'm going to do is resize it down to about like that. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show my second screen, or third screen, which is right here. And this is kind of what got me thinking about doing this. I currently have 3 screens. Screen number 3, and all it has on it is Zoom and my clocks that was created with the help of Wintermute and myself and a couple other people. It's just a little gimmicky thing that we thought about having the different time zones: Eastern, Central, Mountain, Pacific, British Standard Time, I believe it is, and then Columbia something time, I don't know, for Catherine Anna Hauserman. Hi Jeff, good morning. I'm just messing around a little bit this morning. So anyway, what I want to do is, this clutter looks horrible, so I'm going to go ahead and start a Zoom meeting. But before I do that, I'm going to turn off my personal meeting ID, because I don't want to be having the ding 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 and people wanting to join. I want this for a specific reason, and you'll see why here in just a second, if this goes the way it should. So I'm going to bring this over here. There's the meeting. So I'll just adjust this down, and my OCD, I will adjust this down if I can, which apparently I cannot. Nope, that stays like that, so that's fine. So now what I want to do is, I have to kill the camera, because I can't have a camera. If I try to start my camera over here, it's going to bring up a pop-up over on my other screen, which is this one right here. No, that's a window. Hold on. This one right here, and it's going to say, when I try to start the camera, right up here in this corner, I cannot start the camera because it's being used elsewhere. So that's a simple fix. I'm going to go in here. I'm just going to kill this camera. So goodbye, camera. See you in a minute. Camera's gone. And I'm going to go back to my screen 2, which is actually my screen 3. And I'm going to turn this one off, and there it is. So now I should be able to start the camera over here, and there's my camera. Now, I can't resize it yet, but I will get there. First thing I want to do is I want to get rid of the background, so I'm going to go in here and choose a background, and I'm going to choose the green screen effect to make it think I have an actual green screen going. And I'll close that. So now, if I come back to OBS, and I'm going to bring in me, just me, and I'm going to resize it, and I'm going to put it over here in this corner. So to do that, this is where it gets kind of fun. If I show you OBS, it usually has this mirroring effect, which it does now. So I'm going to go ahead and hit source, You would think it would be a camera, but it's not. It's going to be a window capture because I want to capture the zoom window, and I'm going to call this appropriately enough green screen effect. And I'm going to hit OK, and then it's going to give me, what do I want? Well, I want to go find the green screen, which I believe is going to be in, it's not in YouTube, it's not in mailboxes, it's not in clocks, it's not in sounds of silence, so it's got to be Zoom meeting, but it's not showing up. And I found the capture method, if it's automatic, sometimes doesn't work, so just click on it and go to Windows 10, and there we go. Lo and behold, I am back with the green screen. So I'm going to hit OK, and then I'm going to size this by grabbing a corner and just sizing it where I want, and then putting it where I want. Now obviously I grabbed this wrong, so I'm going to bring it back over here, get the arrow, press the Alt key, get the arrow, press the Alt key, and I'm going to make this a little bit, arrow, Alt key. So I don't want all that nonsense. I'm going to crop it out, which is basically, that's all you're doing. And I'm going to crop this down, and then I'm going to get the arrow. And now we still see the green screen, so we don't like that. Hey Rick, I just sent you an email. Your fans will be on the way this afternoon. So what I have to do, I have to go in here to the green screen effect. I have to go to filters, and I have to add a filter. And if memory serves me correctly, it's the Chroma Key Filter. I'm just going to leave it named Chroma Key. I'll hit OK. And now I'll close it, and you'll see the green screen has now turned into a black screen. Or maybe black screen's not the exact words. It's transparent. I now am blending in to the front of, and I'm going to talk with my hands, okay? I have that bad habit. I now blend in to the OBS presentation, if you will, or however you want to call it. And I prefer this a whole lot better. So if I want to go back to the camera, I'd have to set up another camera, which I have, but it's my fish cam for the fish tank, and then I could bring it in. So theoretically, I could spin around here. I could plug in my fish cam into my USB hub. I don't know how I survived without it all these years. Then I'm going to come down here. I'm going to add. Okay, so you guys are not seeing this because I forgot to turn the screen on. So I'm going to bring back my screen, which is my OBS. And it unfortunately has the mirroring, and there is a way around that, and I will get to that hopefully in this portion of this, what I'm trying to convey here. So I'm going to now go back down here. I'm going to create a video capture device. And this time I'm not going to create one. I'm going to use an existing one, and I'm going to use the fish cam. I'm going to hit OK. And I don't see the fish cam. So I'm going to click on the fish cam. I'm going to deactivate it. I'm going to reactivate it. And there's the fish cam. Oh my goodness, the fish cam is already set up for the stream. So, hey Darren. Good evening to you, sir. I hope things are well across the pond. So let's adjust this. Again, anything you want to adjust, I found the easiest way is just grab the corner or the middle, hold the Alt key down once you get the arrow, and just drag it how you want to make it. Now I can't do that because that's getting rid of that. So I'm going to grab this like this without the Alt key, and I'm going to bring this down here and I'm going to put it right there. So if I turn off my OBS, which is screen number 1, just by doing that, now we have the fish cam or a second camera and me. Hopefully that all kind of falls into place and makes sense. what I wanted to convey this morning is I was showing, I was trying to learn something, and I stumbled across one of my settings, which was called HBO Max, and I renamed it HBO Virtual Screen Sharing, so that I can share my screen over YouTube and Zoom at the same time. I can't obviously share my Zoom right now because once I do that, it kills this effect. It will put everybody that's in Zoom in this little box. So for the most part, this is just a working background screen. As long as the clocks are active, as you all have heard me tell Alex about 18 times. Man, Josh, Alex should patent that saying, by the way. As long as they remain active, they will remain on the screen. Now, to put them on the screen, I'm just going to jump over here and grab this one. I'm going to right click, I'm going to copy, I'm going to go back to HBO, which again, you guys can't see that because I haven't figured that out. I'm going to go in here, I'm going to paste it, and there are the clocks. And just like that, now the clocks are in there. They're a little blurry, but it'll work out. So, you're scratching your head going, oh, Ken showed this 1,000 times already. Well, here's what I was trying to do earlier today. I'm going to kill the clocks. I'm going to kill the fish. I'm going to leave me. And hopefully I stay throughout this whole process. It kind of makes you think I feel good about this, don't it? So, earlier today, I was working in Davinci Resolve. And I'm going to move that over to my monitor number 2, and I'm going to bring it up on my monitor number 2, which is this one. Nope, that's a window capture. So that's capturing whatever window it's running, which is currently a new introduction that I'm working on. So I don't want that one. What I do want is, I think this one. There we go. That brings up Davinci Resolve. So now if I work in Davinci Resolve, if I go over here and go to the edit page, it goes to the edit page. If I go to the render page, it goes to the render page. And hopefully, because I'm not monitoring this, maybe I should be, it's showing up over YouTube. Now, you're asking yourself, how can I find that out? Well, it's simple. I just go to YouTube. A little simple click, and I can see that almost instantaneously it does show where I'm at. So I kind of like to keep an eye on what's going on, and I do that this way. I go to YouTube, I go to my channel, I just go to my channel, I click on the current live one, and then because I was watching something earlier, I'm going to have an echo. Hey, Darren! Hey, Darren! Darren! Okay, a little bit of humor. Sorry, that was horrible. So now, I'm going to actually drag this across because now I can actually monitor it. I'm going to grab this tab and this tab only, and I'm going to bring it over to my third screen, which is not showing that. Oh, wait a minute. I turned the wrong one off. My third screen, I'm going to grab the tab, and I'm going to drag it over here, and I'm just going to replace it over that. I'm not sure why that is mirroring right now. It should not be mirroring. I've never had that mirror ever. That's crazy. Which, by the way, is my new slogan. So I'm just going to cover up that. That gives me another means. Now I literally could do this. I've done this many times on another monitor where I just cover up everything, including the clocks, to about right there. And then I can barely see it because it's too far away. Yes, I do have a new effect. So let's get back to the new effect. I'm going to close out screen number 3. I'm going to go back over here to this screen, and I'm going to bring up Davinci Resolve, and there we go. I'm going to now go back to the editing, and I will just hit play. And that's it. It's just going to sit there and run. Well, it'll actually run like it's supposed to when it's done. So for now, and here's something else. I'm trying to move this in OBS. You guys can't see that, of course. I need to be on the screen itself to make it run. So this is just a very easy transition from whatever's there to whatever I want it to be. Now you're asking yourself, okay, how am I going to make this work? Good point. Good question. Yeah, new effect. So, and again, not thought out, not planned, not written down, no storyboard, me on the fly. I'm going to minimize that, minimize that. I'm going to close this out because I don't really need it anymore. Maybe. If I can ever remember. I got too much stuff in the way here. So now I'm going to close this out. So now I'm going to go find my new effect I just created by going over to I created a folder called OBS Transitions, and I'm in the way. So I'll bring it over here. And then in there is my transition, and when I open it, it plays just like that. So it does what it's supposed to do. And it is like everything else I do, probably going to be a work in progress. But I got it to this. I kind of like it. It's kind of cool. So how do I implement that into OBS or into what I'm trying to do? Well, honestly, I don't know. Let's figure this out together, or not. I forgot. I got to see how long this has been running. Anybody have any idea how long I've been streaming? Looks like I've been streaming for about 17 minutes, 42 seconds. Okay. My goal is to get this seamlessly added to the Stream Deck, so instead of me sitting here on OBS and showing you guys OBS in here like this, I hope to get it where it's on a push of the button. Pretty cool. I don't like the mirroring, and I know I can do away with the mirroring. I don't know if I move this over to here. I'm going to try that. I'm going to put OBS back over on screen number 2, and then I'm going to turn off screen number 1. It's going to be black for a minute, and then I'm going to go to my screen number 2, and it still looks like it's mirroring. I think that has something to do with the virtual camera right here. And I think it has something to do with starting my virtual camera in Zoom itself, because I noticed I seem to have gone away, which is fine. You guys see me enough as it is. So I'm going to turn on I'm going to turn on the mirror box camera actually. And then I'm going to move this back over to here. And then I'm going to go back to screen number 1. It's going to be black, screen number 1. I still have mirroring. Okay, I got to get with Alex on this, because he'll off the top of his head, he'll tell me how to do it. I'm pretty sure it has to do with the virtual camera, and I'm pretty sure it has to do with putting the virtual camera on in Zoom, and it should do away with this little bit of mirroring effect that's going on. I've seen worse, I've seen better. One of these settings, and while we're here, I'm just going to go ahead and run down through this setting. Now, I disappeared because I turned myself off right here. I don't know if the control button works in this or not. Let's see. Should be a little arrow. Oh, it did. So I turned myself off right here by hitting this I. If I turn it on, I'm not back. Oh, wonderful. Oh, I'm not back because I turned off the camera over here. I put it on the the thing. So now when I bring that back and I turn this on right here, I should be back right there. Now I can bring up the screen and I'm still in front. Just a little insight on some of the stuff that I do, some of the things that I'm working on, some of the crazy ideas that I get. I have no idea how the volume sounds, as I can't monitor it. As you know, I don't have Twitch running, so I can't, or Twidget running, so I can't post the things. But what I wanted to do now is I want to literally see if I can go through my scenes. So this is one I created. I'm not going to run it full thing. You guys have seen this one. Everyone knows what this is. This is my main Zoom YouTube stream screen or scene, and it's got the logo, the fish cam, the clocks, and of course Zoom. My technical issues for when I was doing things before I got the second and third monitor, I would literally have to go to this, do stuff in the background, and come back. Green screen test. I don't remember why I created this one. Oh yeah, I do remember why I created this one. If you look right over here, which you can't see because of the green screen, that's me down there moving underneath the clock. So I need to get rid of that. And then here's the green screen again, same thing. I'm right there. It's just it's the same thing that I'm doing right now. I've created it more than one time because, as we all know, I'm relatively forgetful. And you'll see I need to adjust this because it's got the lines in there, and it's got, I'm going to move this up, I'm going to grab this, I'm going to get rid of that. And believe it or not, this little black thing right there bothers me, so I'm going to do that, and there we go. So I actually have this set up 2 or 3 times. And it does say green screen, but you guys can't read this because, let me see which one, if I go back to here. So it does say right here, green screen with Zoom camera. Jeff says the volume is good. Good. Thank you very much, Jeff. I appreciate it. So to continue on, I'm going to go back to, this is lower thirds. I was working on my lower thirds, and for right now, I'm just hastily going to grab this and get it out of the way, put it down here in this corner. And lower thirds, as we know, sometimes works and sometimes doesn't work. There it is, lower thirds. Boom, right there. Now, I would like to implement lower thirds into the mainstream, which is this one here. But, as you see, lower thirds takes the place of Twidget, or Twidget takes the place of lower thirds. And if I move it down to this area, I still can't use Twidget because when people put the, 200 characters that you're allowed in chat, then, hey Tony Wallow, good afternoon. Again, I apologize, I don't have my Twidget running, so, yeah, it's just a big mess. So, plus on my Twidget right now, it's missing half of it. I need to make it bigger so that when Darren comes back up, I think it's Darren. Or no, maybe it is, maybe it's not. Yes, there's 3 of them there, so I think the third one's Darren. Yeah, see, even there I'm still missing some. And if I adjust this any bigger, then I can't, I overtake Zoom. So there's some adjustments that I've got to make. I like lower thirds. I think lower thirds are kind of cool. You can customize them there. See, now I got all there, but now the clocks are in the way, and I it's just it's a growing process. It's a learning process. It really is. So to continue, I'm going to shut off lower thirds by turning this off and turning that off, and they're gone. And I have different lower thirds. I have this one, and then I turn on the main one, and it's got a picture. Turn off the main one, turn that one off, and then I have another one, turn it back on, and the same thing. Just experimenting with it, trying to get it to work out. So now it's gone. I mean, it's there, but it's gone. Now I noticed over here, this has got that. I'm going to clean that up because I get weird about this stuff. I call it OCD. It probably is, truth be known. I honestly don't know. But this is zoom, and I know I need that window to be about centered right there. If someone else were to join me right now, I lose the green screen effect, but I get to see how this window works. So continuing on, we left off with lower thirds. You guys have all seen the intro. I'm working on a new intro, by the way. Davinci Resolve intro. It's basically what I'm doing right now. It's just showing, and if I bring up this, yeah, see, I already had that set up. I don't know why I reset that up. I really need to go through my stuff, make sure I'm good. And then my intro number 2, which was actually my intro number 1, which led to what I have now, with the names going across. This, and there's some other things in there I can turn on. All these ones that are grayed out, I can turn on or off. That's just the clock. I hide the clock. The clock runs in the background, so it doesn't matter. This was the tribute to Jeff's wife. This is the display for the virtual camera. But again, the doggone thing is mirroring, and I've got to figure out why. Let me try a setting over here. I'm not there anyway, so I'm going to go to the capture card. I go away, the mirroring doesn't go away. I'm going to move this over here to screen number 2. I'm going to go back into OBS and change this to the virtual camera is on. That is showing, this is showing screen number 1. Oh, I'm an idiot. I know why I can't do this now, because I'm only running one instance of OBS. If I start another instance of OBS by going to OBS and double clicking it right here, the box will pop up and say OBS is already running unless you So I'm going to go ahead and launch it. Hopefully it pops up on the blue screen, and it sort of kind of did. Now this is just a little error because I moved the dancing girls, the original dancing girls, which were Greg's, Betty Boop, off of the desktop into a folder. So OBS goes and tries to find it and says, hey, it's not here, what's going on? I know where it's at, I don't care. This one here, haven't figured it out yet. Everything works, I don't care. And I'll just close this one out. Now I'll make this one full screen. I'll make this one full screen. And I'll be doggone if it's still not mirroring. It's not supposed to mirror. But I think I know why it's mirroring. So I need to change. No, that's correct. I'm going to flop these around. I'm going to bring my first OBS back over here. I'm going to take my second OBS and put it back over there. And then I'm going to bring that one there. And then I'm going to try to figure out, and then I'm going to end this because it's been probably much longer than I thought it would be. I like the original Dancing Girls better. Sure you do, Jeff. No, that's fine. So I need to figure out how to get rid of the mirroring effect, because it's actually mirroring on both right now, and it should not be. So I'm going to turn off the virtual camera. That didn't affect it. I'm going to turn the virtual camera back on. I'm going to turn off the virtual camera. Okay, cool. I'm going to see what this one is. Nothing. I'm going to see what this one is. Nothing. 35mm unplugged and twidge it. Okay, let me go add a scene. I guess display. It's still mirroring now, and it should not be mirroring. This should not be mirroring. When I bring up, and you guys can't see this, and I apologize, when I bring up my YouTube, it shows I've been doing this for 30 minutes. It is not mirroring. But yet when I bring OBS up, it's mirrored. mirrored, and I don't understand why. It should not be, and I'll figure that out later. So I will minimize my OBS. I'm gonna go back and figure out where I was at. This is a screensaver that I was working on, and again, where I'm at today. I've turned the camera back on so you can see my lovely face, and I'm back where I should be. I apologize for the mirroring. I will have that fixed for the next time I do this. The outro, which is probably going to change again. It's just a real simple thing I did in Davinci Resolve. I kind of threw it together. There's really parts about this I really like. I like the zoom. I like Lauren, nice picture. I like my email. And then I just filled in the spaces with the picture of the coral, the Davinci Resolve, and the subscribe. Now this should kick over. I don't know the link. I've got it running. Obviously it's not going to work. Go figure that out. Matthew Barnes, hey, good to see you. Have not seen you. I think Tony Wallow's questioning what I was questioning you, that he really likes the original Dancing Girls better. But right now I have an issue in my outro worked last night and is not working now. So why is that? Let's go look at the timer. Look at the properties. Oh, for some reason my timer got set back to 00. That's interesting. I swear there's ghosts in my machine. So I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna learn to talk is what I'm gonna do. I'm actually going to go to my Stream Deck and I'm gonna hit the button and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go to my main Zoom and pretend like, hey everybody, how's it going? And now I'm gonna hit the button. It's gonna kick over to my outro, which it did. And it did everywhere, actually blazing fast, which is amazing. And I think it's just gonna sit there. I think somehow the timer got turned off. And I swear I didn't do it. Well, I think it originally ran for about 30 seconds, which is about 30 seconds too long. So yeah, it says 00. Let's see if I can change that right here. Let's go with 10 seconds. No, not 100 seconds. Jesus, not 100 seconds. So now I'm going to go back over to here. I'm going to hit the outro button. It's going to kick over there. And hopefully in 10 seconds or so, it's going to actually that's 10 minutes, I believe. Go look at it in here. Yeah, it's running. But yeah, that is. I didn't do it. That's so true. I have watched an episode or two of The Simpsons. I will admit to that. So why is this doing that? My timer is set. Go here. Go here. Timer is running. That's cool. It's supposed to kick over, which it usually does. Maybe because I'm demonstrating this, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm gonna kill the other version of OBS. Try that. Go to my outro. Let it run. So 15 seconds might be a little long. I might cut that down to 10 or less. Now if it kicks over, it's because I don't think that's the issue though. I really don't. Now you're wondering, if you guys are seeing it, which you're not, off the screen is the timer. If I bring the timer over here, you guys will see the timer. So I just keep it off the screen and it works. I'm going to go figure out what's going on with that timer. So to do that, I'm going to show you guys. So I'm going to go back into here, and I'm going to go up to Tools, and I'm going to go to Scripts, and I'm going to go to oh, no, that might be it. So what I've done, and I need to not do this, I'm combining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things with one thing. So I'm going to turn off the green screen. I'm going to turn off screen 1, and I'm going to turn on the outro. Now I'm going to go back to my outro, and we'll see what happens. And I'll check chat. I'll play Doug Betts. Let me go catch up on chat. And it's still not working because the clock has hit 0 and we're still sitting there not running. So let's go back. If you guys would like to watch, which I'm sure you don't, but I'm going to bore you anyway. I'm going to go up here to Tools. I'm going to go into Scripts. I think it's Scripts. I'm going to look at yeah, it's supposed to go timer 15 seconds. I'm going to reset that to 10. Reset it. I'm going to close it. I'm going to go back over here to outro. It did reset to 10. And it's supposed to kick over to HBO Max, what I call HBO Max, which is mislabeled, and it's not working. I swear. I know that that's functioning because it's right there, and you guys will see that on the YouTube right now. So that's correct. And press the button on the Stream Deck. That works. Thank goodness the Stream Deck is still working today. This is way much longer than I planned on. Way much longer. That's good English right there, by the way. Way much longer. So this is kind of cool that this is not working. This is gives me something to work on. I know I'm streaming because I can see it on YouTube. I see chat so that I know that I'm streaming. I don't think it has anything to do with the camera setting. Why is this not working? Go back into Tools. Go back into Scripts. You know what? I'm going to try something here. I'm going to try something crazy. Crazy, I tell you. Now we're going to hit the button. Actually, we're going to go to a different scene. Then we're going to hit the button. Countdown's running. I can see it. You guys cannot. That is crazy. That's what it's supposed to do right there. It's supposed to kick back. So, watch me solve this problem. Watch me solve this problem. So I'm going to bring up screen 1. I think this is a simple fix. I'm going to grab my K&L Productions by right-clicking it, and I'm going to copy it for now. Then I'm going to go into my Intro 2. I'm going to turn everything off. It's going to be a black screen momentarily. I'm going to right-click and paste that in there, and I'm going to turn it on. There we go. I'm going to rename this to End Screen for now. That's fine. Now I'm going to hit the button on OBS, and if this does what it's supposed to do, for the 18th time you're going to see that screen, and hopefully it kicks over to here. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, That worked right. I'll be doggone. Why is all of a sudden this not wanting to work? That is crazy, nuts, silly, crazy, nuts. Frustrating. So if I go to end screen, that's correct. Now I'm going to turn off the dancing girls for a minute, and I'm just going to see about bringing the names up. Oh, the names don't want to work now. That's interesting. All right. So you guys see the names. Outro. I apologize. And just as sure as I end the stream and start this, it's going to work flawlessly. Maybe I'm doing too much. I don't know. That is weird. That is absolutely weird. That's working there. I switched it, by the way. That is working there. There's the outro. Check the timer. Timer's functioning. You guys should see that in a minute. Maybe. Oh no, you won't see that because I'm not displaying that clock. So, alright, yeah, I am going to go ahead and end the stream because I'm getting frustrated. So, you know what? Let me try one last opportunity to make this work the way that I think it might supposed to be working. And that, okay, that looks good, that looks good, that looks good. So I'm going to go to this one. Now I'm going to hit the button on the Stream Deck, which is going to go to apologies again, this one. Love the timing right now. There's no delay whatsoever. And then I don't think this is going to be it. 1 second, 2 seconds, and it should have switched over. No, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I want to thank everyone for joining me. Jeff Ryman first, Rick Lake second, Darren Gilholm across the pond, Matthew Barnes of all people, meaning that in a good way, across the pond if I do remember right, Tony Wallow, and of course Bart Simpson joined us in spirit. So thank you, gentlemen. I did not intend to go 43 minutes of pure failure. Tonight, tonight's a little bit in jeopardy as I've not heard back from my guest. I'm waiting to hear back. As soon as I do, I will schedule it. I'm leaning toward 8:30, 9 o'clock-ish, get a quick stream in with the special guest, come home, and have the regular stream, and that will be my 3 streams of the day. So I want to thank everyone. Why is the doggone clock not showing? Of course it's not. There we go. Too many buttons. So thank you, gentlemen and ladies, and everyone else who may be watching. Thank you, Tony. I'll see you guys later tonight. Appreciate you putting up with the disaster. I told you in the description, this could be horrible. Bye for now. That's